Well, you can't top that. Good night. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's always quite flattering when you walk out and hear applause without doing anything, you know. And that's probably the most applause I'm going to hear all evening, so I'm going to be smart and say good night. Actors are like that. They're always afraid that someone's not going to remember or recognize them. You know, like I was coming down the street this afternoon. There was a group of people there, and I didn't think anybody recognized me. And a voice yells, "Red Skelton's in the crowd!" And they all turned around and looked at me. I was so embarrassed. I was sorry I yelled. But it's nice to be back in Canada again, and I'm actually here by popular demand. I was here in 1934. But I have a lot of fun everywhere I go. I make it sort of like a vacation. As a matter of fact, I said to my wife, "Would you like to go on a vacation?" She says, "No, our marriage is a vacation." She didn't exactly say it that way. Said, "When I married you, you were my last resort." That's the way. Now, I'm not going to do jokes about wives because I will say one thing, though, that my wife is one of the most unusual women you'd ever want to meet. The vicissitudes of life don't seem to bother her, you know. I walk down the street and ladies recognize me, "Red," and they give me a kiss on the cheek, and she never gets jealous, you know. She raises thoroughbreds and quarter horses, and one stepped on her foot, and she didn't even get mad. So I think somebody like that, you should always be nice and say nice things. But wherever she spits, grass never grows again. My wife's nice, though. She's really nice. She calls me Sweetie Pie, Honey Bun, and she can't remember my name. No, but I'm having a lot of fun here. Do I sound a little husky? Huh? Do I sound? I'll tell you what it is. It's the hotel where we're staying. Where are we staying? Yeah, world's largest basement. I'll tell you. No, they gave me a lovely room with running water even when you shut it off. But they got the greatest security system I've ever seen in my life. The security officer knocked on my door and he says, "You got a girl in there?" And I says, "No," and they threw one in. But the reason I get a little husky, the change of climate. I came from the desert up here, see, and last night it was so cold in my room, one twin bed got in with the other one. Look in, I'm a 33rd degree Mason, and last night I went down 4 degrees. I couldn't sleep all night long. My teeth are chattering. I finally got up and took them out of the glass. But no, it's a nice hotel. It's a nice hotel. They got a real bellhop over there. This guy's got one leg. But you know, nutty things happen around hotels. Hey, you know, if you go to a hotel, you know what you can do? You can take a glass, a drinking glass, and you put it up against the wall. Yeah. Put it up against the wall, and you can hear everything in the other room. Last night, I'm standing there. What do you think I hear? A guy on the other side with a glass. I walked in one night, my wife says, come here, and I grabbed it like an idiot. I'm standing there for a half hour. I said, "I don't hear nothing." She said, "That's been going on all evening." But you know, silly things do happen around hotels. I was here a few years ago. I was in Toronto, and during a blackout, all the electricity went off, and everybody had to walk up to their rooms. See? So it was after my performance. I was at the big, what do they call it, the exhibition? Yeah, is that it? The CNEI, whatever it is. Anyhow, I go into the hotel. Now, everybody has to walk up to the rooms. I start upstairs, and there's the first guy on the first flight of stairs, and he was so lit up you could read by him. No kidding. You brush against him, you get an alcohol rub. One of those. So I said to him, could I be of some assistance? He says, will you be so kind? He says, I live up on the 3rd floor, but I don't think I'm going to make it, you know. Well, I help him up 3 flights of stairs. I opened the door and I threw him in, walked downstairs. Here's another guy. He looked worse than the first one. See? So I said, where do you live? He says, I live up on the 3rd floor. Well, I threw him over my shoulder and I packed him up 3 flights of stairs. I opened the door and I throw him in, walked downstairs. Here's another guy, but just as I got him on his feet, he started hollering, help, please, help. The security officer came and said, what's the matter? The guy says, what's the matter? This darn fool's been packing me up 3 flights of stairs and throwing me down the elevator shaft. And one night there was a lady called downstairs and she says to the room clerk, there's a man up across the court and he's taking a bath and he has the shades up. So the security officer goes up and he says, well, lady, you can't see anything but the man's head. She says, is that so? Is that so? Get on that dresser and take a look. Would you bring me the hat? Would you bring me my hat? You know good help is hard to get these days. Look, we got a maid that's been with us for 9 years, and I said to her the other day, I says, Maisie, I can write my name in the dust on the piano. She says, education's a wonderful thing, ain't it? I got a joke for you. It's about time. 2 seagulls, Gertrude and Heathcliff. He said, boy, I'm tired. She said, what are you tired about? You haven't been doing anything. He says, do you realize that every day I do this about 45,000 times a day? She says, you're putting me on. He says, no, 45,000 times a day I do this. She said, wouldn't it be easier to buy some deodorant? I got one for you. They're flying, see? She says, look, down there is the ship of fools. She says, how do you know it's the ship of fools? He says, they're looking up. I got a joke. There's an elephant talking to a hippopotamus. The elephant said, you know... The elephant said, you know, damn it. You know why I like to do this lousy joke, huh? Every time I wrinkle up my nose to talk like this, I look down the front row and they're all doing the same thing. The elephant, they said to the hippopotamus, he said, you know, there is nothing worse than a cold in the nose. And the hippopotamus said, you never had chapped lips, have you? I started to tell you something. Say, I may start to tell you a joke and then wander off somewhere, but I get back to the joke eventually, you see. At my age, your mind wanders. Not far. See, I found out a long time ago that I'm nuts, see, but I admit it, see. I found out another thing, too. I may be nuts, but as long as I make money, they ain't gonna lock me up. I know that. I'd like to do a little pantomime now for you of a little old man. A little old man and a door. Little old man in the door. You think I'm acting? This is when I'm acting. We got a nudger. We got a nudger down here. You know what a nudger is? I tell a joke, she explains it to him, and he says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Little old man and a door.